Good enough. Fast forward through that. Alright. Yes. So, enough payout from that. Let's see what I can get, shall we? For my casino winnings. Miracle Seed, Charcoal, Yellow Flute. I actually kind of want the Yellow Flute, but I'll think about it. Let's see. Yeah, that Porygon is hella expensive. I could get a Dratini. I'm actually thinking about it. Because I could train that. Alright, we'll hold off on that for a minute. I do not remember. I think these are like Ice Beam, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, all respectively. And you know what? We're going to get that Dratini. Yes. And I'm still 300 above what I started out with, so, you know, there's that. Let's see, what's a dragony name? Trying to think. I don't know. What would be a dragony name? I've got it. It won't fit too long, but it'll work. Shinron. Why not? Doing some DBZ. And actually, since I don't want to raise my EV quite yet, because like I said, I still need a boatload of money, I can at least swap him out for now. Level 18, huh? Ichijo's going to be put away for just a minute. We're going to do some Shenron training. Let's get a summary on this one. Jolly, Dragon type, of course. Shed Skin is definitely an ability that I like. Attack is high, defense and special attack is fine. Speed is high, which is good. Twister, Wrap, Thunderwave, and Leer. But sadly, I don't think it can learn Fly until after it's reached its highest evolution, which is sad, because I really wanted it to know something a little different. But what we're going to do as a gimmick is we're going to teach it Shockwave to give it an electric type move, other than Thunderwave, which is junk. Shinron, learn Shockwave. We don't have to worry about any of the other ones here. And you're going to see me doing a lot of flying, like back and forth to find aids, because they always have like equipment and items that I like. But we're just going to do some regular training at this point. So yeah, as we can see our grunt friend over here. I'm guarding this poster. How are you now? We're also going to see if we can actually get our Dratini to evolve pretty quick. splash damage is pretty terrible, which is not too far above the norm. Oh man, that Hyper Fang. Alright, we're gonna go mouse on mouse action instead then. And as you can see, I'm way overpowered for Rocket Gang at this point, which is fine, because I like it that way. Still have the tea, still have the coin case. We're gonna use a revive on our Dratini friend, because I do love my Shenron. I love my dragons. The female Pikachu is not liking that. Well, what was the point of the scary face if you're just gonna use quick attack? Makes no sense. Anyway. Super effective. I'm gonna hope he has a Zubat. Yep, there we go. That's my call. Going back to Shenron. He may feign again, which is, you know, kind of guaranteed when it's only a Dratini, but when it evolves, it becomes a powerhouse, so we're gonna start relying on it more and more and more, because dragons need their TLC. They need their tender love and care. And Shockwave is the far superior move for teaching a dragon type. Because people want to teach it like Thunderbolt or Thunder or some ridiculous attack move that may or may not hit at random times, but Shockwave always hits. And I love how the Rocket Gang member just kind of disappears. Like, you're supposed to like fight him from back here and you wouldn't see where he went, or from over here and you'd wonder, but nope, we know what's going on. Rocket Hideout. Here's another one of our friends in here. Let's see. And I may keep this all in because I do like the Rocket Hideout. And as much as everybody complains about it, like, oh man, they're so difficult, you get lost and blah 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 blah, but you know, it's not bad at all. Plus, it gives me a lot of opportunity to train a lot of my weaker members. For example, our new Dratini. But we are not going to fight Eradicate. We learned our lesson the hard way the last time, so let's go into Jawsome, since he's going to lower the attack stat. Granted, we have far superior levels. I mean, 7 doesn't seem like a lot, but in Pokemon, this is like God versus Ant. Let's do some Bite. I'm actually going to test my Dragon Rage again. Because I think my attack should be doing more, but for some reason it's not. Dragon Rage does 40 damage every time, like base 40. It does 40 damage to HP. We're going to say yes. We're going to go back into Shenron because we're, again, trying to get levels for it. Shenron is one of those things you don't have to worry about friendship levels, because it'll just evolve at higher levels, which most dragons do. There's a few that need special attention, especially in the later generation X and Y, which is 6. You have that Goodra, but it specifically says in the Pokedex reading that what is it, Sligo and what's the, I think it's like Goomy or something? Yeah, Goomy sounds right. But it specifically says that they are the weakest of the dragon types. Like, it makes no sense to train those and or meet the special requirements to like even breed those. I mean, I raised dragon types, and so I did, but I mean, I found no use out of any of its moves. And plus it has a Sap Sipper ability, which is nice, but it would need to also be a water type. And even though it gives off the illusion that it's a water type, it's not a water type. So it does nothing to help you in any way, shape, or form. Because everybody at this point now, because I imagine that's what they were thinking, is like if competitive battlers got involved, they wouldn't think that they had a Sap Sipper ability. And the AI always knows, so you don't have to worry about that. But they figured, like, oh, well, it looks like a water type, it must be a water type. But everybody knows now, so it's not really, like, that big a deal to even bring in a Gudra. Because it has terrible stats. It's pretty much what my Dratini is right now. Like, if you evolve it all the way, it's pretty much a Dratini. That's all it is. And I hate to make it sound that way, because I do like dragons, but that latest edition was just terrible. Now, the one that I did like was the Tyrantrum, which was the rock dragon type. And that also had a special requirement that you had to raise it, and it'd evolve in daylight, which isn't difficult. But even then, it's just like, well, you know, you could have said daylight, nighttime, it wouldn't really matter. It's pretty much what Eevee does for Espeon or Umbreon. It's like, if you raised it at night, it evolves into an Umbreon. If you raise it in the day, it turns into an Espeon. And it's like, alright, that's fine. But yeah, Shenron has a high attack stat. The bad news is we don't have any physical attack moves other than Wrap. So we won't be using Shenron much except for getting the levels and trying to, you know, keep getting it to higher levels so it can learn different moves. I think Dragon Tail is one of the moves that's going to come out. And we'll see, because I don't remember. But I'm hoping that's the case. For those of you who think I'm talking too much, you know, it happens. But again, yeah, it's just going to be me training Shenron for quite some time, because its final evolution is Dragonite, if nobody knew that. And there's been some discussion about that by, I believe, Jay Witz, who is a Pokemon YouTuber. Specifically a Pokemon YouTuber. Unlike me, I kind of just do whatever game feels fun at the time. Like I did Dead Space before, and you can watch that. Or any of my other stuff, because I do have Left 4 Dead going up. Thinking about doing a Knights of the Old Republic. Much like what Team 4 Star is doing, because I got it, and then I was like, well, okay, let's see what I can do, and then the first 10 levels or so, I was kind of like, okay, it's not really a big deal. But for anybody who's played longer than that, obviously you know that, hey, there's a bigger expanding universe, there's more options, better things to do, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And it plays so much better that way. Because prior to level 10, it's trying to do the micro transaction sort of deal. Where like, oh yeah, just go ahead and buy this, and then, yeah, if you have a premium membership, blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, if it's going to be like one of these the entire time, then I don't want to deal with that. But after you've met the level requirements, you don't have that problem anymore. So, it's not that big a deal. That poison is going to come and do a big effect here. Hopefully my Twister does some serious damage here. I'm actually going to do a test here. Twister does about the same as Shockwave. Ah, Shed Skin. I completely forget about that. I have to remember that, like, status conditions do not matter to a Dratini or a Dragonair. Because Shed Skin. We're going to keep him in just for the moment. I know that beeping is annoying. They fixed that in the new generation too, which is nice. Because I know everybody was getting tired of this beep beep, beep beep, beep beep. But, you know, it was one of those things that's just like, hey, trainer, you may want to switch, you may want to heal, blah, 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 blah. Which is